M0FXB, welcome back to our Mazzy dog walks. Mysterious path we're walking along. Everything's overgrown, which is how we like it. As we come through here, big field, the usual field. It's actually called the Lynch, if you ever wondered. Mazzy's making me walk around in circles because she keeps making me trip over my lead. Let's take it off her. And here, Maz. I'll sit off, she'll go and she'll find a ball now, a little sniff, then she's off. I'm going to find a ball, and she's already looking in the bushes. First thing she does, because she knows where people lose their balls. Anyway, let's talk Baofeng UV5R, and let's talk about when it first came out. So I'm a licensed ham. I had myself a little Icon 2730. Next to that, I'm pretty sure, let me think now what I had. Probably by the time I went, in my opinion, upgraded, I went up to about an 857, 706, and that was it. That was my shack, and it's pretty much stayed very similar. You know, I might change the shack in the box type. You know, I might swap. I think I went up to about a TS 2000 at one point. That's fantastic. Still have one. Then the UV5Rs came out, and the first impression to me was, well, why am I going to buy that? You know, it's just not very good, you know. And also, am I going to get this from China? You know, I mean, like, do I trust that China can send this to me? You know, back then, AliExpress, Alibaba, Banggood, and now Temu, and they would just literally seem too far away to ever send me a radio. Mazzy has found a ball. The thing is, she actually finds footballs now. Yeah, she's happy now. Go on and bring it. She'll run around. She'll get bored of that. Anyway, so, you know, UV5R. So anyway, in the end, I got one. Okay, I can't remember what it paid for it in those days, but it would have been around £20. And I thought, there's no way this is going to be good enough to open up my favourite repeater at the time, GB3WR, WE, a couple of 77s ones, but it was. And it actually, to program it without memory channels was really easy. You pushed the button, it said frequency mode. Then you typed the frequency, put in your CTCSS 94.8, and then you had to select the shift 0.600, and there you are. You're suddenly chatting away with this £20 radio, and then you pushed a button. And you're listening to your favourite BBC, and it did it really well. And it's actually quite cool that the display colour changed. I think originally it wasn't it blue and orange, and they added a purple. So in the end, it was like, oh, I actually prefer using this to using my main radios at first, because obviously when you just first get something, you get that thing where you like using it a lot. And then Chirp came along, and you could program it with Chirp and put in hundreds of channels, and you could listen to PMR, in America GMRS if it was around in those days, and Marine Band, not Air Band. I don't know why they never ever put Air Band into that chip, but anyway, I think the reason older style Baofengs don't have, because they still make them, they still sell them, the UV9, UV5, UV16, there's loads, but they all have that same screen, that same interface, and I think it's because they're all using the same chip, where the Quashang use a different chip, and that's why that can do more, although that's not proper AM. Bring it, Mazzy. And so yeah, let us know your first, what I'm asking is, tell me about the first time you ever purchased a Baofeng. Yeah, we're not talking Quashang at the moment, just the first time you ever bought a Baofeng, what you thought of it, how much it cost you, where you got it from, was it in your own town? Because I know that eventually the ham radio shops had them, eBay had them big time, didn't they? I know Amazon's sort of taken over from eBay at the moment, they have in the UK. eBay is still there, but Amazon have wiped the floor. Good delivery and very good returns, that's the key. We even pay more for items because of that, don't we? So give us your experiences. And then I remember the Baofeng GT came out, sort of yellow and black model, and then it sort of stayed the same for about 10 years, and then all of a sudden Quashang came out, with the UVK5, which at first it was a novelty to use it. It was unusual. It wasn't selling like hotcakes until all of a sudden people started making bespoke firmware for it, and they started talking all CB. We can use this as a CB, and of course that always gets a lot of interest, even though I don't know if people actually use it in that way. But as soon as you mention CB on any radio, the questions I get, hundreds and hundreds of questions on a radio as soon as CB is mentioned. And then now with the modified chip, you've got the HF bands as well, and when it's done correctly it works really good. And now we've got the TK11s and the Radtel 880 UV98s, and things are still evolving. I've just seen the new TYT VHF, UHF, GPS, Bluetooth, APRS, similar to the Radtel 880. Colour screen, big long colour screen. So they're all there's a whole new wave of radios about to be released, and of course there is, because the companies, China companies, want to keep selling us radios. So anyway, thanks for watching my channel. Lovely here. See, there is some rain, yeah, and but look how beautiful that is. I could literally fly my drone here at this height, add some music, go up, zoom into some of those, because drones, my drones, the ones that, my favourite drones, will record all of this in perfect 4K 60 slow motion cinematic, add some music to it. Oh, a little butterfly. And yeah, so it's a lovely field. I'm very lucky this is so near me. Quite dry at the moment. We could do with the rain. Look, there she is, ball number 2. She gets bored of one. She knows, and the thing is, it was actually my laziness that made this happen. I couldn't be bothered to bend down and keep picking up and throwing a ball all the time. So I just stopped bringing the balls. I used to buy like 30 at a time, because she would lose them all the time. And she just started doing, Mazzy, well, she would just find them. And the thing is, she knows where they get caught. She knows which bush, which hedge is going to have a good chance of getting a ball. And I'm telling you now, this is no longer finds less than 3 balls. As long as I walk around 2 or 3 times this field, she will never find at a time. She's amazing. Mazzy, Mazzy. And she does listen. Mazzy, sit. Mazzy, sit. Mazzy, sit. Mazzy, sit. Mazzy, sit. Lie down. Lie down. Come on, be a good girl. Lie down. Mazzy, lie down. She will lie down eventually. Mazzy, lie down. Be a good girl. Mazzy, lie down. Lie down. See, good girl. She's off. Bye for now. And she will actually put the ball on a table and bring it right to me, and actually put it in my hand if I ask her to. Bye for now, 7-3.